Welcome to a special edition of Deep Dive with Dr. Fitz. I'm your host, Dr. Sean Fitzpatrick, Superintendent of Schools in the Schuylkill Area School District, and we are on location today, high atop the mountains of North Schuylkill School District, and we couldn't be prouder coming to you today from Spartan Games. To my left, far left, is Ken Rossi, our Director of Special Education in the Schuylkill Area School District, and Newt Brayford, legendary Special Education Director today, anyway, here in the North Schuylkill School District. Gentlemen, thanks for being my guests today.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We are so excited. Real quick promotion, Mini-thon coming up. We're looking at Friday or Monday, depending on weather, for our middle school kids, but Mini-thon's coming up. Be sure to support those middle schoolers in our district, and good luck to all our track and field athletes. I guess we'll throw your son some good luck too there, Ken Rossi. We've got leagues going on this week, so good luck to all our track and field participants. But this is the day that we wait for all year round, and this is Spartan Games. Joining me, of course, to my left, Newt Brayford, one of the major brains behind this event. Let's talk about Spartan Games, an amazing event. I talk about it with our admin team, and we do everything we can to support it at Schuylkill Haven. But what's this all about? Just give our listeners, if you will, an overview of what Spartan Games really is.
Sure. Spartan Games has grown into more than just an athletic event. It's grown into an event where students do things with their peers. If you look around today, all the athletes, they have peer buddies and we have volunteers, but it's really grown into a more of an inclusive event and just a great time and promoting athletic and physical fitness for our kids.
So I know we talked a little off the air, but for our folks watching at home, how many years has this event taken place?
This is the 6th event. It's been 8 years. We lost 2 to COVID. But this is our 6th annual one.
I'm looking around, and folks, if you're seeing the backdrop behind us, the entire stadium is rocking right now, filled with athletes from all over the place. It's become a huge event, let's be honest, more so over the past couple of years. How many school districts are participating? And now we even have some extra counties involved.
We have 6 counties. We're up to 6 counties.
Wow.
And 21 school districts.
Wow. And how many student athletes overall will participate today?
We broke the record this year, 972.
972 student athletes. All right, so here's a question kind of for both of you. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Rossi. I love you guys because you go above and beyond in everything you do. And I always tell people when I see an event like this, his paycheck's still the same. Newt didn't get any extra. Ken Rossi's pivotal with our staff at Schuylkill Haven putting together the Hurricane Hop. But you came to me the first year and said, listen, I have this great idea that the staff brought to me, and I want to expand on it. Talk about what you do now with the Hurricane Hop and how we benefit our kids.
Right. Yeah. So when we started, it's 6 years ago now, I think we've been doing it. We wanted to create opportunities for our students with disabilities to do things in the school district and around the county. So we came up with the idea of Hurricane Hop probably right after Spartan Games. I think we might have done it the same year or right around the same time to just to promote another event for our students with disabilities in the county to get together and have a really good time. And as you see, our Hurricane Hop has grown immensely over the years. Districts look forward to the event. Very similar to what we do here, much smaller scale. We don't have 900, but we have about 200, which is a big number to bring into our gym. So so anything we can do to create opportunities. I know Mr. Brayford and I, 2 or 3 years ago now, chatted the idea of unified bocce. And we talked about how awesome it would be to have our kids participate. And the same year we got together and built our programs the same year. So we do a lot of things like that together to create those opportunities for our students with disabilities.
Well, I see a number of our county directors walking around here today. You guys all work well together, share ideas, and this is really about doing what's best for our kids. And I always tell people, paycheck's the same. Again, they're not getting any extra bonuses for the additional work that goes along with that. But you mentioned bocce ball. We got in this deal together, our districts, Schuylkill Haven and North Schuylkill. And that has been a huge benefit for the kids and a great asset to our districts. But there's a couple behind the scenes at our place that might have some history with you, Mr. Brayford. They claim they may be the foundation to your giftedness here in the special education world.
Well, they're a foundation of I don't know of what, but no. Mr. Smith, Ms. Hinderleiter, I student taught with them back in 2000.
Wow.
And I spent a half year with them. It was great. It was a great experience. At the time, we were all at the intermediate unit, still working in Schuylkill Haven, but at the high school. It was a great experience. And they did. They started me out well, especially in this county. I learned a lot about the resources and what's available to our kids here through them.
Well, you mentioned today 972 student athletes will participate today. And a ton of volunteers. But what's most impressive to me, when I look around here, there's an awful lot of North Schuylkill kids, high school kids, that are out here volunteering, that are giving of their time. And it has always impressed me how accepting and generous our kids across the county really are. What does it take to get these kids involved? You have to bribe them? You have to feed them? What's it take to get this many kids out here?
All it takes, and I'm sure Ken will support this, is it just takes us providing the opportunity.
Yeah.
Anytime we provide an opportunity to work with any other student, whether they have a disability or not, our kids jump on. And I know you guys are the same here as us as North Schuylkill, but all we need to do as adults in the situation is provide the opportunity, and they take it from there.
Yeah, and I think it's important to remember, like, and I know both of our districts it's the same. Our kids, our volunteers aren't doing something for our students with special needs. They're doing something with our students with special needs. And there's a big difference.
Yeah. I got to tell you, that's one of the most touching things that I see. When we went to the bocce state championships this year, we had a little fun bet with one of our students. Hayden said, listen, she said to our principal, Ty Wertman, I know you know Mr. Wertman. Mr. Wertman, if we make it to Hershey, the whole school is coming. And he said, oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, he agrees to anything, right? He didn't worry about how we're going to pay for it or anything. Yeah, absolutely. And guess what? We make it to Hershey, and there we are arranging for buses. R&J said, we'll chip in a couple free buses to help you out. And we took every kid from our high school that wanted to go, and they supported our bocce team. They were there in full force, and that's what I love most about the kids in our school districts. And I'll speak specifically North Schuylkill and Schuylkill Haven here, but across this county, our kids are generally supportive and are looking out for their peers with special needs.
Absolutely. And you look at sporting events. I know this way before the Spartan games even started. Some of our athletic teams, they opened the doors. They allowed students to come in and perform at whatever role they could and just be part of the team. And I know you guys do the same. And then it's great to have the bocce come along, where not only are they being part of the team, they are the team.
Yep.
And it's just the opportunities available in Schuylkill County. And this is a tribute to not just Ken and I, but all the other directors. The opportunities have grown in the county because of the hard work that the administration has done.
Yeah, I know. And with both of our districts, we have a Peer Buddies club, which is awesome because the kids come to us with ideas, and they kind of go and run with it. So that's huge. We also promote Disability Awareness Week in our district, and again, all of our students, disabilities, not disabilities, come to us with great ideas to promote that week as well.
You know, we don't do a good enough job in public education of telling our story. And this is just one part of our story. We're coming to you live today on recorded mode, of course. But we're at Spartan Games in North Schuylkill, one of the many great things that are happening in public schools. But what can you guys share? What's the advantage of a brick and mortar public school coming together and doing something like this?
It's just in person. It's being next to the people helping you. I think there's nothing that can match the supports and the services we can provide being in the same place at the same time with our students.
Agreed. And also when we're doing something, it's that human contact, that pat in the back, the high five, the let me show you how to do it, help me do this, that you can have directly with a student being in an in-person location. And you can definitely see our kids bond when they're together.
Yeah. Ken, we'll start with you on this one. Some people we want to thank, and I don't want to name them necessarily by name, but you've got some great teachers, paras, et cetera, that make this all come together for our school just to get here, but in the daily grind and the work that our folks in special ed do.
Yeah, I think we start, I always say paraprofessionals are the heart and soul of the classrooms, especially our low-incident autistic support, life skill support classrooms. So it starts there. We have a great team of paraprofessionals in our district. Obviously, our teachers are excellent. They jump in and help out. Our related service providers come in, and they're an integral part of everything we do every day, and they spend a lot of time with our kids above and beyond what their half hour a week or half hour every 2 weeks with our teachers and our students. And then, go to our building admin, our other teachers in the building. Everybody just kind of jumps in and really helps make our program special in our district.
Is. Newt, how about you?
Just echo what Ken said. It's everybody. It's the whole school community, and I know in my 20-some years in education since Wayne and Elaine taught me everything I know. In my years, the schools have become more of a community for everybody. It used to be special education was a classroom outside the regular education classroom, and today it's amazing what things are being done by all students in the regular education class.
And I don't know if Mr. Brafer and I worked together at the IU for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And one of the really cool events we used to have there, you can't have anymore because of clearances and things like that. We did a prom and graduates came.
Yeah.
And if Newt could attest, we used to get kids 10, 15, 20 years ago that graduated that came back because of the bonds they formed with the staffs at the school. And there's a testament to those staff because those kids came back and they remember vivid details of learning something in class or coming to a prom or doing an event on the impact that our staff has on our students.
All right. How about the activities that are going on today? Give us a couple samples of the types of activities that the students are participating in, and then what's your favorite?
Okay, typical track meet, running, throwing, jumping. We have about 15 events going on around the field. My favorite event is none of those because, as you can tell, I like to eat. We have a great lunch area for everybody. We have some food trucks, but the best thing is the carnival. The carnival is where the kids have fun. It's the carnivals where our students, our North Schuylkill students, work hard and set that up, and they do the volunteering. That's where our students volunteer. So that's my favorite event.
Good. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention two things about North Schuylkill. This is the only campus I can ever come to where I'm actually green with turf envy. I think you might be the only place that's more turf than we've got right now because you were able to get your outfield turfed in the baseball. But no, I'm so impressed with how beautiful your campus is. And this event wouldn't be possible without Dr. Ackle and your school board's unwavering support. And I think you've had that from day one.
Absolutely. When this event came up, I think, Ken, we planned the first one in maybe 2 months because of some circumstances. We had to plan it quickly. And the first thing we did was we went to our school board and they said, what can we do? What do you need? Yeah. And it was like that around the county because we cooperated and everybody jumped on board. But my own school board has always supported this and always will. Yeah. It's a great event and they're great people to do that.
Yeah, and I would echo the same thing. I know when this event first started, Newt and I had spoken, and he'd tell me how supportive his board was. Whenever I go to our board at Schuylkill Haven with anything, it's what do the kids need? How can we help them get it? So, and I know you get the same thing.
Absolutely.
And there's never really a barrier. We do what we have to do to kind of, again, create those opportunities for our kids.
Great event. Eighth year, sixth event. It took 2 off for COVID, but stronger than ever. What's the future hold for Spartan games here in the North Schuylkill area school district?
Unless we get a few more turf fields, I don't know if we're going to be able to bring any more districts in. But the future is just to keep adding and expanding and making things better. If we can't make them bigger, we're going to make them better.
Excellent. I love it. Great. 2 of the best in the business, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ken Rossi over here to my left, Director of Special Education in our Schuylkill Haven Area School District. Newt Brayford here in the North Schuylkill School District. Guys, thanks so much for being my guest today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So proud of both of you. So proud of everyone involved with this amazing event. Spartan Games. Folks, be sure to like and share this. Get the word out. Let everybody know the incredible things that are happening in our public schools, and specifically today here in the North Schuylkill School District with Spartan Games. Like us on Facebook, and then, of course, our YouTube channel is Schuylkill Haven Hurricanes Media. I'm your host, Dr. Sean Fitzpatrick. Thanks for watching, and remember, make the positives so loud that the negatives are almost impossible to hear.